What's up, guys? Today is going to be your Tuesday workout. It is your dynamic effort upper. So a few things that I'm going to bring the focus to today. To start, you're going to be seeing Bulgarian ring rows in today's workout. So when you look at this, you're going to have a similar setup, except think that you're going to be pulling, except with your elbows out. So the track that your elbows are going to follow is going to bring more focus into that upper back tension. It also makes the movement a little more difficult. So as you start to fatigue and you notice that your elbows are starting to drop, fight for as much as you can to keep those elbows nice and high, so that way we hit the targeted area, which is that upper back, okay? Second movement I'm going to be talking about is going to be a lateral plank. Something that is really difficult is kind of working through these contralateral patterns and getting the right stimulus out of them. So one thing that you could do during this one, instead of thinking of moving the most effectively where you're crossing and moving like so, really make it nice and strict. Move both, either your right leg and your right arm, or your left arm and your left leg at the same time, and then follow that pattern of movement all the way through that lateral plank. That way, staying nice and rigid all the way throughout, and we don't have any variations of where our body is going. And keep ourselves nice and activated through our core. Okay? And then the shoulder complex. Okay. Last thing, for one of your main pieces today, we're going to be working with the barbell. You have a shoulder press complex. So you're going to be starting with a strict press, moving it into a push press, finishing with a push jerk. So things that are a little tricky when you're working through complexes is correct weights to keep yourself nice and fast throughout the movement. So today I'm going to kind of talk about how you're going to cycle that barbell as you're working through your reps. It is going to be high rep, short time, so you should be able to bust out a lot at a single time. And the one thing we want to think about is how to most effectively do so. So before I start moving the barbell, I'm just kind of going to talk about what I'm going to be thinking about as I'm progressing through them. So the most important part is going to be the deceleration of that barbell back into your starting position, which is going to be right here, kind of in your front rack position right here. Still staying active in that front rack, but as we decelerate down, don't just let that barbell slam into the bottom position, because it's going to make you have to stop and reset before your next rep. So a really good way to keep activation is through that midpoint right here. So that way, once you get to this little sticking point, which is kind of going to be towards the middle of your face, you can let it drop to that top position and go straight into your next rep. Okay, so kind of have that thought in your head as you're cycling your barbell. I'll give you an example of what that looks like. Nice and active in my bottom position right here. Good. And then I'm going to perform my first rep, which is going to be a strict press. As I come down, this is where I'm staying activated and controlled. And then I can drop it into that bottom position and come straight out. So stay nice and active right here, then drop, load, and go overhead. That's what that looks like. Have fun.